Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a get ready with me. Me and my husband are going out for a date this afternoon, this evening, and I just wanted to spruce up my look a little bit. So I'll just let you know some products that I'm using and just show you what I do to get dressed. I don't use a lot of makeup. I typically try to keep it very simple, keep it natural looking. So I'm just going to show you, and I'm not a huge makeup type of person. So having said all that, we're going to go ahead and get started. My mirror is here, so I will, turn this way towards the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing and what the end result is. So right now my face is clean. I've washed it with, it's black soap, but it has a, you know what, let me just show you. So yeah, I have this soap. My husband bought it back from Africa. It is a black soap, but it has its tint because it has lightener in it. Not that I'm trying to bleach my skin or anything, but I'm trying to tone my skin color, to even it out, rather, I should say. So that's what I've been currently using to wash my face. After I wash my face and let it dry, sometimes I just let it air dry. And after I let it air dry, I will use, for right now, I'm currently using this as a moisturizer, which actually I'm going to put this on because I didn't have it on yet. And then sometime I'll follow up with this right here, almond oil, which this actually came from Dollar Tree. I use it on everything. Or I'll use this one. This one came from the Dollar Tree as well, and it's a tea tree oil. So those two I will use, and also sometimes I use the rose infused oil, just a few drops. This is a product that I just purchased. Haven't used it yet, so yeah. So I might go ahead and use this one instead of the cream. I don't know, or maybe both to see what happens. I don't know. So the wig that I'm wearing, it is a lace front wig. I just got it from Beauty Supply. I think it was like $30 or whatever. But it is, when I bought it, it was straight. But you can, of course, curl it with a flat iron. This is a flat iron that I use, which is wet to straight. So it's a Remington. And I've had this flat iron for some years now. And it works great. And it goes from 0, or is it 10 to like 30 or something like that, so you can adjust. So I usually use it on like the level 20 for like the synthetic hair that takes heat, because on the box it'll tell you a temperature, but it doesn't correlate with the settings on the flat iron. So whatever. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, and my hands are clean and dry as ever, but they're clean. So I'm going to go ahead with add the hyaluronic acid. I just use a little bit, and I just put it on. I am currently trying to get more involved into skincare. I usually don't, but guys, I'm 46, so I mean, it is time. So yeah, so I put that on. Then I'm going to follow up with the almond oil, and you can use this as a massage, skincare, after shower, bath and shower, even as a diffuser and as a misting spray. And it was $1. So I just have a little bit that's actually running down my hand. And it's winter time, so this is probably a great layer to put on to bear the coat. So yeah, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and shape my eyebrows a little bit. So then after I do that, I typically go ahead and put on a little bit. So I'm gonna, usually what I do is I put on a little bit of foundation. This is a Eco Tool Beauty brush. And I just use this to put on the foundation. And I'm using the Milani. And this is the Conceal Plus Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. And I'm using number 9 tan. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. Sometimes I mix it with, this is a e.l.f. serum. And I'll use this, I'll mix them together. And this has goji berry in it. And it also has SPF 25 in it. So sometimes I'll mix them to get like a precise color. Because this one is kind of pale. And this color is, tell me. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. So I'll put that on first. And I just like to dab it on. And I usually pay more attention to my cheeks, only because that is my huge problem area, and I have a lot of moles on my face. So I might not even, just use whatever's left up here. I don't use a lot of concealer, but if I do, sometimes I'll use this product, Physicians Formula. Let me use the other one. Physicians Formula. This is a concealer, and the number is, well, it's called Light Plus Light. So I'll use this one. I know that I see a lot of, it has a concealer stick in there, and then it has the roller ball to roll it on, and then it also has the wand. I think I picked this up from Marshall's, and they had 2 of them, so I just picked them up. So yeah, I like this that you have the options, and the roller ball comes out. So sometimes what I'll do is put some here. Like I said, I'm not going to go too heavy. I just put some here and here. And then, yeah. And then I'll follow up with the roller ball, kind of to blend it in a little bit. I do mostly home type videos, only because that's where my comfort level is. If you're new here, of course, welcome. We're happy to have you. So yeah, I'm just blending it in. And you guys don't forget to subscribe if you're new. If you like this type of video, this type of content, let me know. And of course, I'll keep doing it. I'm not a professional or anything by any means. So yeah, it's kind of blended a little bit. It looks blotchy on the camera, but it's blended pretty good. And then when I finish with the foundation, you guys will see it all blend in. So now I'm going to follow up with the Milani that also has concealer in it. And I usually just use like a little bit. And I'll just go in like a circular motion. I use beauty blenders as well to like smooth things out, but not on a regular basis. And the lights that I'm using are LEDs, and they're just two hanging on each side of my mirror. So then after I do that, what I'll do is I'll use my beauty blender and I just come in and just smooth everything out. Some people, you know, I've seen where they'll put their eyebrows on first, but I don't want to put the eyebrows on first because, or fill them in or anything, because I don't want them to dry, what do you call it? Mess up. Just put it like that. I don't want them to mess up. So now with the brows, I have my, just a little wand that I have. There's a brush on the end, and then there's a, I guess like a comb or something. And it actually came with a eyebrow kit. I think this is the kit. The Elf eyebrow kit. And this color is coffee. I don't use it too much because it's a little bit light. But I just, sometimes I'll just, you know, dab it on, because sometimes the black is a little bit harsh. So I wanted the black brown kind of look as opposed to really harsh black. So I just put a little bit, very little. Just blend it in. My eyebrows are pretty thick, at least in the in the here, but my ends are they're kind of sparse. So usually I'm just I don't like to spend too much time on it because eyebrows are cousins, not sisters, right? And then I follow with the black, this is a Wet n Wild Magic Last eyeliner, and it's just retractable. And it also has a blending tip on it as well. So with here, I just use small strokes, and you guys bear with me because this is the first time that I've ever done a makeup video. But I just want to see, really, I'm trying to see what works for my channel. I'm trying to grow the channel, and I'm just trying to see what works. People have, there are so many channels that cover everything. It's like, where do you fit in, you know? So I'm sure there's love for everybody and everything. It's like just trying to find your niche, where you fit in, and what you find to be the most comfortable thing for you. You know, I heard one young lady that said that she was doing so many beauty videos because they were popular, but her passion was decor, and she ended up getting more followers and things like that from the, you see how it looks? Yeah. So yeah. And she was saying that she was getting most of her feedback from beauty videos, but it wasn't really what she was really into, even though she was doing them. And she was getting all these, you know, things from different companies and stuff like that. But when she put more energy into the home decor videos is when she like really got popular. So just trying to find what my niche is and where I need to go and take this channel. So at this point, I feel my base is done. Now what I like to do is follow up with just a little bit of a powder. Just to kind of set everything. Like I said, I want to keep it as natural as possible and not look like it's too done. You know, I'm not huge on makeup. So I use, this is MAC Preferred Pro Preferred White SPF 15 matte foundation. And as you can see, like, I use this one a lot. Yeah. There are actually 2 in here. So that's great. And it also comes with, I think it comes with a brush, but I don't think I've ever used it, or even if it's, or that is even here. But yeah, it has a sponge. I've used it a few times. Actually, let's use it today to blend everything. And I try to put everything back so that, you know, just so stuff is not all over the place. So when I put the powder on, I usually use like a brush like this. This is the Eco Tool brush as well. And I just circle it on, and I just circle it on my face. You might hear my husband in the background talking. He's on the phone. Yeah, so just to kind of set things, and then I'll just come up back with this and smooth it out. And I'll just put this back in here. So now that I'm at this point, what I'm going to do is use the concealer and just define my eyebrows a little bit. Not too much, just define them just a little bit. And I'm gonna go back to this guy, and it has the wand. And usually why I like to use this is to define my eyebrows, but also to give it a nice base for eyeshadow. So I also have a little magnifying mirror here. So yeah, let me do that. And this is a good way to hide, that I found, when you need your brows arched. I found that this works very well to hide the imperfection. So now that I have that on, I'm going to go ahead and use the roller brush again just to blend it. I want it to look as natural as possible. Not like I drew a white line on underneath my brows. But it does help the eyeshadow stay on better, I guess. So yeah. So now what I'm going to do is come back with this brush, the foundation brush, and just blend it a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So now, from here, we're going to put on eyeshadow. Now, I tend to stick with very neutral eyeshadows. So, I don't even know what I'm wearing, but today, I'm going to use this palette. This is an e.l.f. palette, and this is their nude eyeshadow palette. I also have their bronze palette, their party palette, and their drama palette. So this is the drama palette. I'm scared of this palette, guys, but I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone, so I went ahead and bought it. And then this one, which is the bronze, is really close to the natural. I use this one the most because it's the browns and stuff like that, which is what I like. And then this is the party palette. So those are the colors. I have a few other colors that I use, but they're really very similar to these. So I kind of just stick to what makes me comfortable. So with this, what I like to do is, typically, I don't know if I want to do it today, but I wear color contacts. You know what? I'm going to put those in so you guys can see how, when I wear those, and how it changes the look of the makeup. I'm really loving the way I'm looking right now. So hold on, you guys. Okay, guys, so I'm back, and let's see if we can focus. Okay, there we go. So right now the contacts that I'm wearing is they're green. So maybe I'll do a review on the contacts and different contacts. I have 3 pair. I have a green, gray, and a hazel color. Right now the green, I think I've gotten the most compliments on the green. Sometimes I wear a wig that's a burgundy color, so they kind of just blend in together, which I really, really like. So yeah, so now you can see what I like to do is, I'll show you guys what I like to do is, like, when I wear the contacts, I tend to go a little bit darker around with my eyeliner. So I like it to be so that they'll stand out but blend in at the same time, if that even makes sense. But yeah, I have a little bit of tea with lemon and with a little bit of agave sweetener in it. So now it's funny, my husband said that oh, your makeup is done. So that's what I mean when I say, like, I really tend to keep it really, really neutral and natural looking, but occasionally I'll go a little bit deeper depending on where we're going. But I have to get a comfort level with that because I'm not really comfortable with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the palette. So I'm going to use this brush. This is an Eco brush as well. Yeah, Eco Beauty brush. And I'm going to use this brush, and I'm going to do my here. I'm going to do here. And I'm going to use a lighter pink shade. And I like to just really dab it on, as opposed to just sweeping it on, because I don't want it to look like it's drawn. And when I tell you I keep it simple, I keep it simple. So I'm going to show you how. So once I put that on the top, I'll go in with another brush. This is Mana. I don't know. Something I got from Ross or something. I don't know. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go into this shade. It's a little bit lighter than the darker one, but I'm just gonna go right here. And you can see I kind of use that shade a lot. And then what I do is I'll just blend it in right underneath the lighter color. This is the perfect time for me to be doing my makeup and actually doing a video because my kids aren't here yet. So yeah, I kind of dab that in. And then this same brush, I'm flicking the color off. I'm going to use the pink again, the lighter shade that I use on top. And I'm going to go into just right here in the corner of my eye. Very lightly. Just to highlight a little bit. The corner. I know some people use like a and also too let me go back. Some people will use like a pencil or something like that to get into the creases there, but I don't really like that look. To me, it looks harsh, and I wanted to keep it natural, as natural looking as possible. So once I finish here at this point, excuse me, I'll come in with a brush like this. This is a Wet n Wild. I got it from the dollar store. And this, I think this is a brow brush as well. So now I'm going to go in with this darker shade. And I'm just going to use this right here only. Just right here. Just right there. Just to give a little depth. And again, I like to just pat the colors on. They tend to blend better when you just pat them on, as opposed to sweeping them. They look drawn on to me. So now what I would do is, like at this stage, like if I feel like I see lines and things like that, I'll go with this brush, which is the powder brush that I used before. I'll close my eyes and I'll kind of use it to blend everything. So yeah. So yeah, it's looking very natural to me. Now for my cheeks. Now because I use the purples, I'm just gonna use this is one of my favorite ones that I like to use. It's really good. I took it out with me yesterday. It's not in there. Sorry guys. I like to use this Milani, and this is a Barrymore Baked Powder Blush. So I like to use this. It's kind of, it has a little brush that comes with it, and it has a mirror that comes in it. I like Milani products. They are vegan. I like Wet n Wild. They're vegan. They're animal free, cruelty free products, and I like to use them. I believe Elf is also. So yeah, I tend to stick to those type of products. They're not that expensive, and I'm not harming the planet. So yeah, I kind of stick to that. And they use less ingredients. But I will say a lot of the products, because I'm not using natural products, the natural colors, I want to say. Sometimes they're not as pigmented, which is okay with me. So here, I probably should finish the eyes, but for here, I want to go ahead and add this blush. And I use this brush so that I can get a better definition of the color, because it's so light. And to me, it kind of works like a bronzer. So I'll just swirl my brush, like in the swirling motion like this to pick up the product. I don't tap it off because I want it to be pigmented because the color is really light. So I'll just, again, go in the circular motion. You can see there a little bit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can see the difference between here and here. But it's very faint. And I like when it looks very natural. So then I'll do the same thing here. So yeah. Then what I like to do is, so now there's only 2 things left. Well, 3 things. My lips, my eyeliner, and my mascara. So I'm going to go back with this, the Wet n Wild pencil. And I like to use this one. Sometimes my eyes tear a little bit when I'm getting used to the context. But I like to use this one because it's soft and it's deep. So I like to use, I have a MAC pencil as well, but I don't know, I have to keep sharpening it. I guess because it's so, the lid itself is kind of soft. So after 1 or 2 uses, I have to sharpen it again. So, yeah, I'm going to go here. And I kind of dab as well with this. I kind of just like short strokes. So yeah, so now you see how I changed my eye, really like dramatically changed the way my eyes look now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit up here and here on the lids, the hairline of my eyelash lids, the top. So yeah, and I don't do the cat eye or anything like that. I just try to find the natural shape of my eye and just do a thin line. You see that? So this one doesn't have it on top and this one does. So yeah, so now I'm going to put the other one on. And I like to put this on after the shadow. I'm so crazy. I'm trying to get off a dark spot on my brow. I mean on my eyelid. And I just looked closer and it's a mole. So I can't. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, I have a lot of moles on my face. You ever see like some of Beyonce's pictures where when she's not wearing makeup and she has like all these little moles? So I have a lot of like little moles and freckles and stuff like that. Even this one right here, when I tell you, I hated it so much that I wanted to find anything. I used to pick with it, everything, like trying to get it off my face because I felt like it was so horrible. And one day somebody said, "Oh God, it's so beautiful." And like when I'm at work, it's like the girl with the mole. Like that's how, like, if somebody doesn't know who I am, they call me the girl with the mole. Like that. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's not that it's huge, but I guess when you're younger, it feels huge. I think it comes with age to appreciate what you think is a flaw, is an asset to, you know, or to other people it's beautiful, you know. But you have to be comfortable in your own skin to accept the beauty that they're seeing. So yeah, so right now this is what it's looking like. To me, I look a little bit dry with because most of the makeup that I wear, it doesn't have any there's no huge moisture in it, and it's mostly matte, so that it doesn't shine as much. So what I like to do is, let me put on my mascara first. So this is MAC Studio 3-in-1 mascara. I love this. I was a huge fan of Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, and then when I came across this, I found this at Marshall's. I'm sure probably Sephora or somebody's carrying it. So I tend to get makeup from Marshall's because it's like way cheaper, and they carry a lot of the good products. But look at that brush. So this is why I love this mascara. So what I'll do is come with this, and I like the little ball tip because it actually, you can go in and pick up, I don't know, it's just like it stretches the lashes out. So yeah, you see? So we're going to do this one. And I don't like to put too much on. So yeah. So now my lip color, and my lip color is, it is Milani as well, and the color is, this is called a More Matte Metallic Lip Cream, and this color is, let's see if there's a color on here. Oh, number 11. So this is number 11. And where are you? Oh, okay. So it's number 11. And it goes on, it goes on shiny, but it dries matte. So you see how shiny it is, and this is a great color to use because it dries matte, but you see how everything else is like muted out a little bit, like it's not as shiny as my lips, so it lets my lips be the show on my face, if that makes sense. So now this is the last thing I'm gonna do. This is my face mist rose water, soothe and hydrate dry skin with rose and vitamin C, Fresh Garden Botanical. And I think I picked this up from Marshall's or Ross or something like that. Probably Marshall's. So yes, this one. So what I'll do is I'll stand back. Well, I'll hold it back to my face. Close my eyes. It smells so good. You see the difference? Like I just missed my face with it. So yeah. So it'll dry. And then that's it. So yeah, I have my sexy hair going on here. So yeah. So you guys, tell me what you think. Tell me if you like the look. Tell me if you want to see more videos and more products on what I use to keep a natural look, and if you want to see me do a more dramatic look, a different color eye. Like I said, I use color contacts from time to time just to change things up and I changed my hair. You know, when you're creative, you're creative with everything you do. So yeah, having said that, I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Had no idea it was gonna take 40 minutes to get through this video, but yeah. See you guys. Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and please, by all means, leave a comment. Follow me. I'll follow you.